see if I can find it. I thought I'd play this. The old stagecoach en route to Musiac. Did I ever play that for you?
I don't think so.
No, I hope it works. Oh, there. See, I'm gonna go do this and then turn the page over here. I think first I'll play a different impromptu by Schubert, which I know it by memory. Opus 90 in E flat. Let's see. Should I just start? Or
Well, I don't know.
oh.
What, you got anything to say about the piece?
Oh, I don't know. What should I say about it? It's he wrote 8 of them in 2 opuses, and the second opus is arranged to 4 pieces, so that some people think it's actually a sonata in disguise. This is from Opus 90, though, the first opus, and it's a character piece, one of the early ones. That meant that it's he didn't name it after its form, like sonata or something, but just impromptu. It's supposed to sound improvised, you know, like you just sit down and play on the spur of the moment. It has 2 sections, the first part and then the contrasting section, and then the first part comes back, and then there's a coda. So. I'll start over. I think what bothers me is this.
Wow.
Let's see.
If I could play like that, I'd never stop.
Oh, only two. Oh, yeah, that's,
How the hell you remember all that?
well, I just like playing it over and over.
Yeah.
Yes, that's, the other one is very beautiful. It's more, I'll find the music. Yeah. Now this piece is, it's a French, there was a time in the 19th century when French composers, well, all over Europe, people were writing music that had ethnic color, local colors,
Mm-hmm.
and or regional interest, like they'd write about their homeland or something. It was a part of the Romantic period. And so this man, his name is René Baton, but he wanted to have a hyphenated name, so he just did away with his first name and made a hyphen into his last name, so he doesn't have a first name, but it's René Baton, now the French composer. He was a conductor, orchestra conductor, but wrote piano, some music. He wrote these characteristic pieces. He wrote a suite called In Brittany, and it's about Easter time in Brittany. So the various things, like this is called Summer Evening at the Grand Basin of Saint-Nazaire, some kind of fountain. And Return of the Pardoned from Landevin, see it there. That's some pilgrims who went someplace and this chorale, this chorale goes through the whole thing. Goes through the whole suite. Then there's an Easter piece. It's the pilgrimage. It's people going on a pilgrimage. And here's the spinners going to kind of take some. Then the last one is called The Old Stagecoach en route to Musiac. And I guess it's the return journey. This would have been just about the time when an old stagecoach would be left over because railroads would be all over France.
Mm-hmm.
But the old stagecoach still on the way on the coast of Brittany. So the name of Olivier de la Jean sur la route à Musiac, and it starts off. You're supposed to play. It's like a whip cracking. It's sort of descriptive. You hear the horses galloping and cracking the whip, and then there's a sort of sentimental, beautiful, lyrical middle section, and so on. Well, anyway, the old stagecoach. there.
That was quite something.
Does that suggest an old stagecoach
Mhm.
horses? And it has kind of a nostalgic quality, I think. No. Yeah, the other prompter is if I look for it downstairs. Otherwise, see, what else could I play? You know, I've sort of forgotten what it was that I did play. What? It's under, look at that, under this, I don't think I, oh, no, that's not. What,
You know, I was going to ask you about this.
what is
That's
that?
funny. I couldn't remember the fellow's name.
Tajevich?
What is the piece in there that we might have worked on? I was watching BBC and
Oh,
they were talking, and I don't remember what the woman's name is. It's some couple, some English couple, and they were talking about gardens,
mm-hmm.
and they have one of the better known gardens in England.
Mm.
And she was a writer.
Oh, she's not living anymore? Oh, the
Neither
white-
her or her husband. And he was, I don't know what the hell he was, but
That's it was a white garden.
it's kind of, you know, they've got a bunch of things going around it and whatnot. I can't remember the name of the place either. I mean,
Oh, it's a grand estate in England.
I can't remember
Let's
the name.
see.
But anyway, that's where they were
It's a
playing some of
blue-
this in the background.
Oh, this one, is this?
Yeah, there's one of them we messed around with, and I didn't get a chance to record the
Oh.
program.
That one? Is that it?
It wasn't that one.
A slow one?
It was it was a slower one.
I play all the slow ones. Not that one.
Was there another slow one in there?
Mhm.
They played quite a few of them, and I could tell some of the pieces played here. That's the one.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
That surprises me because this composer isn't very well known. He's Serbian.
Which one is that?
That's number 8 of this. It's called Songs from the Moor Island. It's a part of Serbia. There are 2 rivers flowing together in that strip of land between them. They think of themselves as an island.
Hmm.
And that folk song's from that part.
Yeah, that's the one.
I wonder where they found that. They all have kind of a half, you know, if we're in this key, then they're likely to end there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what this one is. Oh, that's too difficult. That sounds very easy. Oh, these are in. Do you like that modal?
Mm-hmm.
I have some other times now that I know that I've got some more. They're Greek though. These other things, they're downstairs.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I don't know why my ear kind of goes that direction.
Oh, it has a haunting quality, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm not playing. I've got this. I ordered some music. Oh, it's Hungarian. It's not this one. It's something like it, but
Where do you get your music from? Place in Kansas City?
yeah. That's sort of modal, like that. And this typical. little Frischka. It goes slow like that, and then it has this. Kind of a bagpipe thing, and then it goes into the wild Hungarian. Let me see, I'll just. Charge of the Huns gets wilder as it goes on.
And who is this?
Kodai, Zoltan Kodai. He was a colleague of Bartok. I don't know, I can't. This is for orchestra, and it's very awkward on the piano, but. It's hard. You have to pick that one out just blindly. So I ordered the other piece.
Uh-huh.
The Dances from Marasek. Well, let's see, I don't know if I could play the Hungarian Rhapsody. Number 8. I think I'd have to practice that some. I played that for the gypsy music thing. Should I go down and look for the other Schubert?
Oh, that's okay. I mean, if you get... Actually, I brought a couple of books with me. Remember what we did out here?
Oh yes, Preludes and Fugues. That guitar, that lute one, did you play that? This one, you remember that? I think this has all this bass embellishment. Let's see.
think we talked about that one. Explain how you do those little.
All those things, yeah. The mordant is the G, that's in the first measure. It's the note plus the half step lower, and then the note, or it's a scale tone lower, and then the note again. Accenting on the first one.
And you go from your index to your second to your thumb, apart from your index to your second to your thumb?
I use 3 fingers, yeah. You could just use 2 though. Actually, you don't even have to play this twice. Instead of, you could go, if it's fast enough, it sounds like it plays again.
Now, do you always do them that way? Or are there different ways of doing mordants?
No, that's always the mordant. That's that squiggle with the line through it. Then comes the, this here, the, there's so many notes there, I used up the whole quarter note time. Mordant, and then a lead in from down below. And the note, main note is B. You start on the lower part because it has that, looks like an M over it. Start on an A and trill and touch the A again and then resolve it. The note goes, but then the embellishment, so this is the same one that starts up above instead of it starts. Start below. Now this is an inverted mordant that doesn't have the line through it, so you start on the upper. Instead of going down one and back again, you start on the upper note. It's written over this note. So you start rapid. Mordant.
So what's the fingering on the inverted mordant then?
Oh, I don't know. I use 3 fingers. Like 2, 3, 1, 2. Or
do it a little slower.
Those 2 was the same 1, 3, or 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, or what? Depends on where it occurs. Sometimes you can't use. You're going. You're in the middle. You're way down here with some. They're hidden and tucked into all sorts of awkward places. Those mordants.
No, let's see if I can zoom this thing in. I think you can see that, all right. Point those out.
On the point.
Yeah, on the sheet music. I'm looking at the top right now.
That's an inverted mordant.
And doesn't have a line through it.
Yeah,
that does have a line through it.
Excuse me, go back. I've said the wrong thing.
The inverted mordant's got a line through it.
No, the mordant has
a line through it.
Oh.
The inverted mordant doesn't.
No, that's right. Now the word mordant, it comes from to bite. So that's what that should sound like. A rapid bite, a bitten off trill is what it is.
And then the one at the very end of that staff there is?
That's with the lead in the, it ends with a mordant. It's all those squiggles, when the last one has a line through it, so it's going to end that way. But there's a lead in. And the note is B, and it's got the embellishment over, so you start. It resolves to C. And then this one is the same thing, only it starts from above. The sign is on G sharp, going to A. So you start on the F sharp below G sharp. I usually just play that with 3 fingers. Now what's interesting about this is, of course, the harpsichord didn't have any pedal, sustaining pedal.
Mm-hmm.
So we have this long G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 measures of G. It would never sustain that much. So every once in a while you can play one, but if we just play that silently so that it'll receive sympathetic vibration,
Mm-hmm.
and play this right-hand passage.
Yeah.
It causes it to ring, helps it to sustain.
No, I don't think we messed around with that one. I don't remember all the mordants.
No, that's true. They're listed here.
That's all explained?
Uh-huh. Yeah, one, the sign, and then how to play it.
I think we only worked. Was there did I scribble on some other page in there? I think that first one you played was the only one that I ever butchered.
Oh, that, this one, this doesn't have any mark, that lute?
Yeah, that one we did.
Yeah, there's no mark on it. There is.
I think I photocopied it is what I had a photocopy of it. Maybe I refrained from writing in my books, I don't know.
This has marks on it here.
I remember those.
If one doesn't play, there'll always be another one to play. I don't think, some of these are not easy. Some of them he used again. This fugue he uses in the Welthammer Clavier. It's different here though than in the clavier. So he uses some of these things more than once.
I have these sandwiched in there too.
All Beethoven's here are unique. All this stuff is yet. This is a different Bach, of course. This is the son of Johann Sebastian Bach. You know, did you try this?
I don't remember playing some of it, no.
they'd have to, I couldn't figure out which hand was gonna go up above the other one, so they ran into each other.
I just worked on the first part very slowly.
Oh, well, these pieces, they make sense at even slow tempo. Now, you hear this mostly on the remote telephones. That's nice, I think. Was that a sentimental piece, you think?
Yep.
He makes a great flourish out of this when he's going to go for the last time. We'll have to. Makes a grand. Well, let's see. This is some people. These are played in concert, though. They were written for his children to learn. But people play some of these in concert. Great bunches of them. This is a nice one here. It's sort of Calliope-like. Oh no, that's not it. Where is it? Oh, here's a beautiful one. Sort of a meandering. voice does the same thing. And here it's upside down. Then right side up. These endings, that was like a lute. You couldn't play a chord, so he just played one note after the other.
Mhm.
Like a guitar would do it, huh?
Yep.
Oh, I don't know where. There's one. There it is. It's sort of like a calliope, I thought.
Mhm.
This chordal. And here's another. Oh yeah, that's the ornaments. They're all written out very, very well. Let's see if I can. This I've got this. This is the Raw Timber Clavier, Book 2, and there's a wonderful that he rewrote one piece in here to as a prelude and fugue. Prelude. was kind of a rough ride.
That sounded great. Well, we got plenty of stuff today. My tape's almost out already.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I was going to, next time I'll play, let's see, that other impromptu, that one, and some other music I read. Maybe, I wanted to play Rhapsody. I don't know, what should I play? Some French music.
Whatever you feel like.
French.
Well, say goodbye.
Bye.
Well, we forgot to say what the date was today, too.
Oh, the 10th,
10th
of July.
2008. Alright. See you next time.